How should I back up while traveling? Hi everyone, Leo Notenboom here for askleo.com. Here's the question I got the other day. I use a cloud service as the primary backup of my personal files and do image backups to a NAS at home. I'm using a service that allows me to access my home network while I'm away. I've not had a single image backup complete successfully to my NAS at home while traveling. Could one workaround be to do backups onto a local external hard drive and then transfer the backup files to my home server? When I travel, I definitely have some things that I do that I'm going to recommend you do. But one of the things I don't do, and one of the things I've honestly discussed several times, that's just not really something you can expect to ever succeed, is in fact that image backup being uploaded or transferred to either your home or to a cloud service successfully. That's because, well, they're just so darned big. Now, here's the problem. When we talk about image backups, we're backing up everything that's on the machine, literally everything. So consider, for example, how much data is stored on your hard drive. You can look that up in Windows. Now, even if you cut that in half, it's still a huge, huge chunk of data. And by cutting it half, what I'm really talking about here is compression. It's usually somewhere between half and 75% or something like that. But the bottom line is it'll be somewhat smaller, but not an order of magnitude smaller. Think about how long it would take to transfer that much data over your internet connection. In my experience, even at home with a solid internet connection and a fast internet connection, uploading an image can take, well, over 24 hours. It can take that long. And I say that specifically because if you're doing an image every day, almost by definition, you can never catch up. So uploading an image is simply not pragmatic. Whether you're at home or whether you're traveling, they're just too big. So what do? Well, you actually nailed it. The right solution is to take with you an external drive. And in fact, here's one. I just pulled it from my backpack because it's my backpack that has my computing equipment when I travel. This is a small, I think it's a 1 terabyte drive. It's external, it's self-powered, so it just gets connected with a single cable. And that's what I do my backups to. Now, to be clear, that's as far as any image backup I might take while traveling will go. It'll be on this external hard drive and nowhere else. Indeed, that does not protect me if I lose the external hard drive. But of course, I'll have image backups that I've saved prior to my trip back home, so things aren't necessarily quite as bad as you might seem, but it is one way to continue to take image backups while you're on the road. And to be honest, it really is the only practical way to take image backups while you're on the road. So, how about something a little bit more practical for off-site or cloud storage? That's where services like Dropbox or OneDrive or similar tools come into play. These are excellent utilities that allow you to automatically upload the data that you're working on, the things that actually are the most important, the things that are changing daily while you travel. So that way, by doing your work in one of these folders, say Dropbox, you make a change to a file, it gets uploaded to Dropbox.com, it gets downloaded to your other machines back home that are enlisted in that same account. And that way, when those machines do their automated backups, as mine do, then those files once again get backed up automatically multiple times in multiple places. Now, I've said in the past that Dropbox and OneDrive, they're not backup. They are not backup by themselves. They can be part of a robust backup scheme. And that's really what we're describing here. We're doing image backups of your machine on the road. We're using Dropbox or OneDrive or other similar tools to upload files as you work on them so they're duplicated in the cloud should anything happen to your equipment. And then finally, since you're enlisted in those same services on your machines at home, those files are once again being backed up by the image backups, the automated image backups that are happening to your machines back home. Now, there's an interesting twist to all of this, because in reality, even though if I want to take an image backup while I'm traveling, this is what I would use, honestly, I'm not. And the reason is strange, or maybe it's a reflection of how the world has changed in recent years. I will have an image backup of my laptop at home. That's something that I'll do before I leave. It's part of the automated process. But while I'm traveling, so much of my work is already being done natively in the cloud that honestly, there's not a lot on my laptop that needs to be backed up. All of the work is actually already stored elsewhere. For example, as I write the article for which this video accompanies, that writing is being done in WordPress, which is online. So all of the information that I'm creating is being stored on my server, which of course is also getting backed up as servers should be. All the email that I'm doing, well, all of my email I do with gmail.com, again, online. So everything that's happening is not happening on the laptop, it's happening in gmail.com. And indeed, back home, I have Thunderbird running continuously, backing up all of the email that happens to be arriving or that I happen to be sending or that I happen to be organizing in my Gmail account. That's automatically being backed up by being downloaded into Thunderbird on my PC at home, and that then is being backed up again via a nightly image backup. So in reality, backing up while you travel is an interesting conundrum, and it really depends on exactly how you do your work and honestly how long you're going to be on the road. If I'm going to be on the road for a month, you can bet I'm going to be doing image backups periodically of that laptop. I may not do them every day, but I may do them, say, once a week. If I'm doing lots of work on the laptop, if I'm working on documents, if I'm working on images, if I'm taking lots of photos, yes, I'm going to make sure that either those files are being backed up to that image backup regularly, or those files are all being placed in Dropbox folders so that they get automatically uploaded as they're created or modified. If you're doing most of your work online anyway, be it Google Docs or WordPress articles or any number of other things, then maybe backing up your laptop isn't necessarily quite as important as otherwise. But realize that all of this depends on exactly how you do your work. When in doubt, back it up. But definitely don't rely on any ability to upload a full image backup to somewhere other than a connected external drive. Hope that helps clarify a little bit about what makes sense and what you need to think about while you're on the road and backing up. For updates, for comments, for links related to this topic and more, visit askleo.com/153620. I'm Leo Notenboom, and this is askleo.com. Thanks for watching.